Hey everyone, while I wait for the stepper drivers to show up in the mail for this little beast here, I'm going to be showing you how to make one of those custom engraved hammers for a Father's Day gift using a laser. Let's head to the shop.
Now that we're out in the workshop, we're going to go ahead and generate the images necessary to complete this laser engrave. For this, we're going to be using Gimp image manipulation software. It is a free and open source software, very similar to Adobe Photoshop with the exception of its price tag. We're going to start out by going up to File and creating a new image. I've already measured out the size of the handle that I can engrave upon, and I've come to the conclusion that approximately 180 by 30 millimeters in height is going to be my engravable area. I also want to make sure that millimeters is selected, and we're going to go down to our advanced options and increase our pixels per inch to 300, and then we're going to click OK. Once you have a new canvas generated, you're going to go ahead and create a text box that falls within the limits of this canvas. And since I've already chosen the quote that I want to put on this handle, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it off of the internet and then select all of the text. I'm going to increase the font size till it fills up the box and the spacing is what I want. I can also go in by double clicking on the tools and change other things such as the font used, the justification of the font, left, right, centered, and filled. I can change the spacing in between each line or the spacing in between each letter. I'm already happy with this, so we're going to go ahead and remove the background and go on to our next step. I also want to make sure that this box is centered, and by doing that I'm going to click on it and use the arrow key on my keyboard, pressing down until I can center it up within the box. Next we'll move on to exporting this file into something usable by the laser engraving software. I'm going to go ahead and name this Father's Day, and I'm going to make sure this file is a PNG file. And if you don't have that option at first, you can go ahead and go through here and pick a suitable file format that you like to do. I chose a PNG file just because it holds a transparency layer and it will be used easier in the laser engraving software. I'm going to go ahead and export that, and I'm going to make sure that my compression level is set to 0. The less compression you have, the better quality image you're going to get. As with all laser software, junk in equals junk out. Alright, we're ready to move on to the next step and open up our laser software and go ahead and get this thing going. Alright, now that we're in LaserWeb, we're going to go ahead and import the images needed. I've already gone ahead and done this, but I'll walk you through what you're going to need to do in order to get this going. You're going to go up to Add Documents. You're going to choose the file that you're going to want to import. I've included a DXF, which is the same size as the engravable area of 180 millimeters by 30 millimeters. This will help with the alignment process of the handle in the next step. So I'm going to load this file and this file. Both of those files are already open. I'm going to go ahead and create a toolpath that's going to cut a box in a piece of cardstock so that way I can align the handle in my next step. To do so, I'm going to go ahead and create a single. I'm going to make sure that we're on laser cut. I'm going to adjust my power, make sure we're down, say 30%. I don't want to go at this full blast. I'm going to go at this fairly fast by changing my cut rate to 25 millimeters a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and generate the G-code needed to cut out that box. Once your G-code is generated, you're going to go ahead and go over to Control and hit play. Now that we've engraved these outside box and able to align the handle, we're going to go ahead and create a toolpath to be able to engrave this text. I'm going to go ahead and remove the G-code for this outside cut here and create some G-code for the inner text. I'm going to do that by choosing fathersday.png. I'm going to go ahead and create single. I'm going to change my laser diameter to 0.09. That is the space between each line that you're going to engrave. I'm also going to change my cut rate to 150 millimeters a second. I'm going to make sure trim pixels, join pixels, and burn white are selected. Now that everything looks okay, we're going to go ahead and generate some more G-code. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and engrave this handle. Now that our engraving's done, we're going to go ahead and apply a clear coat to seal the grain of this wood, so that way when we apply our black spray paint to darken up these letters, the paint won't bleed into the grain of the wood. We're going to let this sit, and once it's dry, we're going to come back and we're going to apply some black Krylon paint. Go ahead and apply our black paint. We're going to let this sit, and once done, we're going to peel off our masking tape and sand off any overspray. Alright, now our project's complete. We've removed all the masking tape and cleaned up any excess paint. Just remember, if you like this project, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.